Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
And you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection, where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice. This is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. Today is your Wednesday. Good evening, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Today is still your Tuesday, and today is a beautiful day. I have a special co-host with me today. We're going to run the entire show together. I am sitting here with Counselor Nikki, and we're going to have a great show. I want to send a shout out to Miss Morningstar. Enjoy your family, and to Mrs. Jack. I hope you feel better, sis. Continue taking plenty of fluids. I don't know what you got, but it sounds like you got the cooties. I don't know who you've been around, but over there, I've been telling y'all to wear your mask, and I'd say it for a reason. There's cooties running around, and it's loose, and it's on the rampage. Wear your mask, even if you're just going to the corner store. I'm just going in, pop in and out. It only takes a few seconds to jump on you, and once it gets on you, it takes days to get off of you. So please put on your mask. All right. So I already said my good mornings, and I already reminded you guys to wear your mask. Now I'm going to remind you guys to what? Drink your 16 ounces of water as soon as you wake up. Get the blood flowing. Also take your morning medication and your vitamins. We want to make sure that you are healthy and wealthy. Health is wealth. Please don't get it twisted. You can have all the money in the world and the worst health ever. So health is wealth. All right. As well as eat a delicious breakfast, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. All right. I like that t-shirt, Alabama State University.
Yes.
Yes. I see you, sis. All right. So do you have the affirmations, or do you want me to pull the cards? Hello, Carrie Graham out there.
I do have some affirmations, so we can do either one.
Yeah, but I'm going to let you have it, honey. You go right ahead.
All right. Well, good morning. I'm excited to be here. Yeah, I had to represent. It's, college time for the children who graduate and stuff. I went to Alabama State, so I had to represent. That's my undergrad alma mater. The best decision I ever made. So, yes, good morning. I have the 10 affirmations for taking back your power, because we're talking about PTSD today and taking back your power. So I wanted to get us started with that.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first one, my story belongs to me and I choose how it continues.
Yeah.
The next one, I reclaim the parts of myself that trauma tried to silence.
Like that.
Mm-hmm. I am allowed to take up space, speak my truth, and be heard.
Amen.
My boundaries are an act of power, protection, and self-respect.
Boundaries. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Got
it. I always talk about boundaries. So that's always going to be in there. I trust my inner wisdom to guide me towards what is right for me.
Absolutely.
I release shame that was never mine to carry. And that's a huge one.
Yeah, that is huge. I'm not holding on to anyone else's shame. No.
Yes. Or just anybody else's stuff, period. Always try to know what is yours. What do you need to take away? Don't hold on to nobody else's stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
I am stronger, wiser, and more resilient than what tried to break me.
Amen.
I choose myself, my healing, my peace, and my future.
I always choose you.
Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, it feels different when you choose your peace because that is a totally different. You can feel it when people walk into it after you've had it for a while, and you're like, no, that's too valuable. I can't let you have that. You got to go. You got to get out my space. I honor the version of me who survived and the version of me who is rising.
Love it.
My power is returning to me, and I welcome it with courage and clarity.
Absolutely.
And that's 10 affirmations for taking back your power.
I love all 10 of those because it absolutely applies to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Sis, I truly appreciate that. And I'm quite sure our listeners do as well. You know, we always need a reminder that choose you. You're the most important asset in your life, period. Always choose you. All right, let's go ahead and hop on to this weather. Holly Springs today, you have a high of 85, a low of 61. Feels like 84 during the day and 63 at night with a 3% chance of rain. Winds are out of the east southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Today's going to be sunny and beautiful. Humidity is moderate during the day and high at night. Get out there and enjoy your day, Holly Springs. Memphis, Tennessee, today you have a high of 87, a low of 65. Feels like 86 during the day, 65 at night with a 1% chance of rain. Winds are out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be a sunny, beautiful day. Humidity is moderate during the day and high at night. Please go enjoy your day. I don't care what else is going on. Get out there and enjoy it. Protect your peace, by the way. H-Town, hi to Houston. Come on through. Today we have a high of 86, a low of 74. Feels like 92 during the day, 77 at night, with the 46% chance of rain. Winds are out of the east northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's going to be a partly cloudy day with scattered thunderstorms and showers throughout the day. Humidity is high during the day and very high at night. And when I tell you it is muggy and it feels like you need a knife to cut your way through, it is so muggy and stuffy. But that is Houston. And I feel like we're in a swamp. You know, I feel like we are in a swamp. It's hot. And it's the first week of June. So come August, you'll hear me crying about I can't take it. But, you know, we do have one saving grace, for me at least. I go and hop in the pool as often as I possibly can. I am a pool rat, you know. I love going swimming. I love being in the water. It just kind of like takes away everything because I'm floating and I'm lifeless. You know, I'm floating. I don't have, you know, gravity holding me down. So I love it. And then I know they say you shouldn't look at the sun, but I always do look at the sun. I have my shades on though. And I like to see the rings going around the sun. Oh Lord, the sun is sunning. All right. And that is your weather for today. Yes, ma'am.
I am never going to complain about heat or the sun sunning. I will take it all. I'll take the humidity because it gets humid here too. And it's been about the 80s, so it's been okay. And it's been sunny-ish.
Since you live in Minnesota, baby, you could never. I could come in the summertime, but the wintertime, y'all childish up there. It's cold as I don't know, ma'am. It's
taking its time. It's taking its time getting hot. So you ain't never gonna hear me complain.
I keep telling you to move to H-Town, baby. This will be just right up your alley because you love it hot. Some like it hot.
Yeah, my child love the pool, so she'd be right next to you.
Hey, you already know. Come on, Addie, let's go. Got to hop in. All right, and that is your weather, folks. Let's go ahead and get into this. Oh, news that you can use. I'm so sick of that, man. And my daughter told me last night, she said, Mommy, every time I wake up, I'm so disappointed. I said, I know, baby. It's not going to, trouble don't last always. You know, God is still in control. And one day he's going to take a final blink. But until then, we just got to get through it. Jesus. Let me tell y'all what this, I hate to continue to call him names, but I just can't see any other way to call it. You know, he's an 80-year-old demon. He's about to be 80 years old. Anyway, it says Iran issues chilling threat to U.S. after clashing statements on scale of war revealed. A lot of things are being revealed nowadays. A lot of things are going out. Contradictory statements issued. So first of all, let me start with this one. It's only nine of them that I'm going to read. Donald Trump and Iran have issued contradictory statements on the ongoing war amid the issuing of a chilling warning by the regime. It comes just days after the sharing of a potential peace deal was shared by the U.S. leader with allies after it was largely negotiated. Y'all hear these lies? Negotiated by who? Who did the negotiations? Because that man don't look.
But he ain't even been over there. He ain't negotiating. He's kicking it. He's out doing him.
They don't even want to talk to him. They said, call Obama. We'll talk to him. We don't want to talk.
Right. Right.
You know? We don't even want to talk to you, sir. You can't sit with us. Anyway, it has been 95 days since 96 today since the fighting in the Middle East began, resulting in the unaliving of Iran's supreme leader, Ali.
Ayatollah.
No, Ali Khamenei.
Oh.
You know, as well as several major political names with the regime. All right, so that was the first one. Now, and y'all ought to see this picture of Frumpy. Oh, that's my stomach hurt. Regime acknowledges points. Reports late last week has suggested that Iran had acknowledged several points of the new agreement with the U.S., but stated that signing a deal was not imminent. They're not signing no deals anyway. Officials also pointed out that there were no concessions in the nuclear issue, a stance that Frumpy has remained steadfast in. The regime tempered expectations, arguing that frequent changes and contradictions by the U.S. side presents problems and obstacles as final details are haggled over. Yeah, they continue to change it. They're like, when you don't know what you're doing, you just continue to change it week after week, sometimes day after day in his case.
And he's changing it too so that it messes with, with the money around, he keeps, if things drop, he'll change it. If his
messing with the stock.
Yeah, the stock market. And even if like his approval rating goes down, then what happens? All of a sudden somebody's after him. Like this is his game. Oh, the stocks are down. People are complaining about gas. Let's say that this is about to be over.
Yeah, always. And we all know it's a lie. It's been a lie. Next, okay, talks. Listen to this lie. Talks continue at a rapid pace. Who wrote this article? Because I got word for you for lying. Lying to the mirror. Story by, what's your name? Cheyenne, somebody that Atherton. You need to stop it. Stop the lying. Talks continue at a rapid pace. Now Frumpy has confirmed that indirect talks. What's an indirect talk? That means that y'all didn't talk?
That means you send a text, an email, like he talked through somebody else, because he quit to send somebody else who has no business talking for the United States somewhere.
They said that they want to talk to Obama. It's Obama or nobody else. Indirect talks with Iran are continuing at a rapid pace. Lies. Hours after the Iranian news outlet linked to the Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed the regime was suspending talks and opening other fronts in the war. Yeah, that's sad that the American people, we have to get our news and we believe the people that we're quote unquote fighting with. We ain't fighting with y'all, Iran. We're not
right.
We're fighting with y'all. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Please don't get it twisted. Washington, D.C. The move comes in response to what was said was a ceasefire violations by both Israel, It's Not Real, and the U.S., according to CBS News. Yes, they fired again. You ever had, hey, powerful Black woman, you ever had like an annoying neighbor or an annoying person, like in school there was somebody that was annoying and they kept coming around and bugging you? That's who Iran Is Not Real and the US are. We are annoying at this point because number one, we're lying, and number two, it doesn't make sense. Y'all are starting it throwing a rock and hiding your hand, as my grandma would say. Don't throw a rock and hide your hand.
But they're so not good at that. Like, they're absolutely not good at it. Like, everybody can see what they're doing. So I don't understand why they even turn around and say, "Oh, we didn't do that." You did. We know you did.
They act
Like,
as we can't form. Well, they're used to MAGA not being able to form a cognitive thought in their mind, so they think that the rest of us are just as dumb as they are, and we're not. Uh,
mm-mm.
Now I'm seeing a picture of BB with his evil behind. That's an ugly man. He looks
Where
like
I haven't seen him. Where has he been? He been real quiet.
how many
He ain't
fingers
never
is
been
on
this
this
quiet.
picture? One, two, three, four. I don't know. This may be AI. I don't know. Title says all shootings will stop. F1 in the comments, please. Trump has said that all shootings will stop between It's Not Real and Uh, Hezbollah, the militant group backed by Iran and Lebanon, after he spoke with officials from both sides of the conflict. However, It's Not Real leader Bibi said that the military would continue to operate as planned in southern Lebanon, warning that there would be further clashes overnight between the two sides. So the U.S. Frumpy will say, "Oh, we're talking, and things are settling down." And here comes Bibi talking about, "No, it's not." And
Right.
we're about to uh shake it up again tonight. Which one is
Right.
it? Are y'all not talking to each other?
Well, I think they are, but he's not lying. BB won't lie. He's telling the truth. I think they are talking. They agree. But I do think he's taking some liberties, like some stuff they agreed on. He's doing whatever he wants to at this point, and that's not what was agreed on.
Mm-hmm.
And old boy over at 1600 believed that he was going to do what he said he was going to do. He trusted him. And so now he's
I know.
seeing that he could not be trusted.
Well, neither can he.
Exactly.
You get what you give. You're not trustworthy, and neither is BB. Y'all both are two liars, two peas in a pod. And you've got the American people out here looking stupid. All right, so here comes another lie. Y'all ready for this one? Very productive call. Talking on live social last night, Frumpy said they had a very productive call with BB and that there would be no troops going to Beirut, adding that any troops on their way have been turned back. The commander in chief also said that he had a very good call with Hezbollah through representatives, and they agreed that all the shooting will stop. The way these people lie. I wonder
These representatives.
who are the people in his head? People in his head. Ain't nobody said this to him.
Are the representatives the same people who are giving him money for all the stuff he's trying to do? The donors, are those the same individuals? Because we don't get none of we don't know nobody's name
at all. No. Are the representatives on Earth? Are they visible? Are they human? Because I think that these are people in his brain. That brain. Him and what RFK? Did you see
Yeah.
that? Did you see that video of RFK wrestling with or playing with snakes?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
It's such yeah.
This is embarrassing.
It is so embarrassing. Like, it is so embarrassing. I'm like, the world is laughing at us for sure.
I'm just gonna say this. I can't say it because I don't want to offend anybody, but some people really need to do better. I'm not gonna say what they are, who they are. Y'all really and truly are making your entire race look bad. Y'all are some special kind of fools. Let me go.
I don't even want to put them on their race. It's that bunch of people.
I'm not gonna put it on the race either. It's just them.
They found that bunch of people and connected. Like, yeah, like you know what? We're gonna go do this, and it's just a circus. It's just foolishness.
Just dummies. And dummies on every end, women and the men from every angle, every person in that administration. Oh, they were on.
It's people who didn't have friends, whose parents didn't give them hugs, who didn't know how to be involved around other people, who are uncomfortable with that, and who think they're smarter than everybody else.
Those are I feel like the women that believe them are the ones that kick puppies, and the men that are believe them are the ones that pulled the wings off of butterflies. Just evil and cruel. Anyway, um, next slide says they will not attack. It's not real. The president, Frumpy, said in a post, "I had a very productive call with Prime Minister Bibi of It's Not Real, and there will be no troops going to Beirut, and any troops that are on their way have already been turned back. Likewise, through highly placed representatives, I have very good call." I think I already read this one, but they put it on here twice, and it just looks like it. Y'all to see Frumpy's face. Is he woke? Because he looked like he's having some issues in his diaper, and his eyes are. Anyway, let me go to the next slide. I can't even do this. I know.
He's probably blinking. They say he be blinking.
Slow. Slow. I'm waiting on that slow permanent blink. Anyway, the last slide, I believe this is the last slide. Iran moves to block the strait. Meanwhile, while they over here lying to everybody, Iran has now moved to completely block the Strait of Hormuz, according to Tasnim, with Tehran insisting previously that it was allowing certain ships to navigate the shipping lane on its terms. Sky News also reports that the Bab al-Mandeb Strait, which connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden and the Indian Ocean, would be targeted by the resistance front. Iran is allied with the Houthis militant group in Yemen, which borders the choke point. Y'all better leave them people alone. Don't send our young, healthy men and women that have signed up to protect this country into a battle that they will not win. And people, you are going on their land. They know where every one of them are planted.
In a battle that we didn't need to be in, because the Strait of Hormuz was open. It wasn't closed until we went over there.
Messing with people.
Right.
Your mama ever tell you to go sit down? And she should have put you in timeout. Made you sit on some rice on your knees. Sit on some rice on your knees.
His mama tried to warn us. She told us, don't do this. Don't put him give him no power.
Even his mammy knew. Anyway, I can't say what I want to say, but anywho, peace talks turn rocky. Development comes after what appeared to be constructive talks last week, but any chance of peace turned rocky after Iran and Washington both ordered strikes close to the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran is said to have targeted a U.S. airbase in Kuwait after the U.S. struck what it said was an Iranian drone operation near the waterway. A report by Access said that the U.S. leader also needed a little more time to think about the current deal on the table. What deal? What deal?
They said that Iran said there's no deal. They said there is no deal on the table.
I choose to believe Iran before I believe somebody who has leprosy on his neck and uses a diaper more than a toddler.
And something's going on his face. I don't know what's happening with his face.
It may be from the inside out. Evil is eating him away. All right. Last but not least, what is the aim of the deal? The aim of the deal would be for commercial shipping in the vital waterway to return to pre-war levels within 30 days. We had that before y'all went over there messing with people.
We did.
Hey, we didn't even
forget that.
We wouldn't even have to do any of this if y'all had left them people alone. But no, you went over there and blew up the mama, the daddy, the sister, the child, messing with people. Then people said, no, we gonna get you, sir. And for negotiations envisioned to last up to 60 days to begin on the future of Iran's nuclear program. You can't tell another country what to do. That's the problem. Bottom line, America has always felt like they can tell other people what to do. America is a big sloppy Karen.
Mm-hmm.
You think you can walk around and go to other countries and tell them what to do on their land, minding their business, not bothering us, and here you come. Just like if we're at a cookout, hey, Jamillionaire, if we're at a cookout having a good time, and here comes Karen bothering folks. America did the same. Well, Frumpy did the same thing. Him following along his home girl. It's not real, boy. They. I'm just praying that this ends sooner than later. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, sis. I wanted to remind our listeners that today's show is How's Your Mental? PTSD, Taking Back Your Power. We've got Counselor Nikki here with us today, and she's going to give us some true nuggets on what we need to do in order to fight the PTSD demon. I have PTSD from Frumpy. Can I sue him? I wonder. Anyway, well, he's trying to take all of our money, so I may as well. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The Community Connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingandTrainingServices.com.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day, because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold her shirts designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership Apparel is more than clothing. It's a movement. Our comfortable, confidence-boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership Apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out morningstarboutiquebytam.com, where your light owns your style.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Again, today's topic is PTSD, Taking Back Your Power. We are blessed to have Counselor Nikki here, and we're going to get right into it. Counselor Nikki, go ahead and explain to us what your topic is and how you are going to help us take our power back.
Okay, perfect. So, the topic today is PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, and taking back your power. And I think that one of the things that people mostly think about it is that it's mostly military. Affected military people are affected by it, but anyone can have PTSD. It doesn't come just because of the military and what you experience in the military. The VA initially it was one of the entities that did a lot of research on it. And that's why initially it was thinking that it was because of people going out, to battle and coming back. So in the 80s, we got into PTSD. Before they were just saying it was shell shock, and it was because you were in a different environment and you had all this stuff going on, but when you come back, you should be okay. But then in the 80s, the VA realized, hey, these guys who came back are not okay. It's not going away, and they're back at home and they're still experiencing it like they're there. So with more research, we got PTSD now. And go ahead.
And it's not, like you said, it's not just for our veterans. It's also, it's trauma. So whatever's traumatic, it could be for kids, if they're in a car accident, if they had any type of accident, it could be anyone. So yeah, it's not just for our veterans, but they did the research and identified what it was. Thank goodness.
Yes. And then that's when they realized that it happened outside of that as well. When they realized, like, hey, they came back home and it's still bothering them. Let's continue to research this and see who else might be affected by this. So like you said earlier too, like you said, what's happening now with everybody losing their jobs and not being able to afford things, and all the kind of natural disasters or different things that are happening around us right now, that definitely can cause PTSD. Also, it just has to be a situation where you feel like your life is in danger, or someone you love's life is in danger. So you could be witnessing something that's not even happening to you, and it could be triggered.
Absolutely. Every time I go to the grocery store, I get PTSD. Every time they give me my total, I'm not even joking. Because, I look at it and I'm like, these are the same. I'm a creature of habit. These are the same groceries I always buy. I get, 4 cases of water and the same things, and water, everything's gone up. So I get PTSD. I really want to sue. I want to sue. I do. I want to sue the American government for putting us through this.
It can come from SA. It can come from reliving that. It can come from anything that is traumatic that you feel like you were in danger, or someone that you love is in danger.
Yeah.
A natural disaster, weather situations, witnessing that. Even us, all the stuff that they show us online now, like you have to be careful on the internet because they will put a video up there that you just really don't need to see.
Yeah.
The stuff with the George Floyd, with the stuff here that happened in different places.
That was so horrible.
We have seen stuff that we should not be watching and seeing and taking in on TV and on the internet. And this stuff goes viral and it plays over and over. That can cause PTSD just from you being at home and seeing that.
You're right. Even when you said natural disasters, we had a flood here in Houston, maybe about 15, 20 years ago. And my brother had to go and get her and her kids. They were in their apartment, but the water was all the way. He and I are the same height, 5'7", and the water was up to his neck. Well, my sister's only 4'9", and he had to take each one of them on his back out and walk them out up into higher ground. And when it rains, she can't go anywhere because she's still, to this very day, years later, still traumatized from it because it was a horrible experience.
Exactly.
If you've never been in a flood, you won't understand, but everything is floating.
Yes.
Big ant piles as big as your hand floating right by you. If heaven forbid you get caught on that, they get all over you. Snakes, alligators, all of that's in the water. Gasoline, everything's in the water. So it's very traumatic, and people need to know, how do you deal, with it? you don't want to be stuck in your house, fearful and afraid to go outside.
Exactly. And that's the thing too. So in order to deal with it, you got to understand what it is and why it affects you the way that it does. So with PTSD, it's not just regular anxiety. What happens is your brain, you have a part in your brain, you have the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala that kind of work together to kind of take pictures of your day, right? So let's say you go out, it's a sunny day, you got a cute outfit on, you're feeling good about yourself, you got summertime or something playing in the background, you hear this music, you're eating your favorite food, your body is taking a picture of all of that because you like it, right? It's giving you dopamine, it makes you feel good. So it's taking a picture of all of that. So now if you hear the song, you can remember that memory. That'll be triggered. If you smell whatever you were eating or the perfume you had on, you can be triggered with that memory. So that's how it works with good. It does the same thing in traumatic situations.
Yeah.
Your brain has a fight or flight response that is automatic and it's in there. And it flips that switch so you don't have to think about what you should do in a situation that is you need to get out of, right? You're going to fight, flight, or you're going to freeze. So your body helps you to cut everything off, and we're going to make the decision for you so you don't got to sit there and try to figure out what's happening. So what happens with PTSD is I'm outside, this flood happens, and I don't know how I'm going to get out. I don't know if I'm going to get out. And all of a sudden I'm, my little flap opens up, the cortisol and everything that I need to make it to move or to do what I need to do starts pumping, and everything else goes offline. So now all I have to do is react. But your body is taking a picture of everything that's happening. If a baby's crying, if a TV's on, if whatever's happening outside, the noises that you hear, the smells that you smell, everything, that's all activated. Your senses are activated. Your body is taking a picture of all that. And so it's saying, and how you feel. Your emotions are heightened because you need to move. And so, you're all that is your body is remembering. And it's just pumping out that cortisol. It's just pumping it out. So your amygdala takes over and you're ready to move. You get out of the situation, but anything that was present during that situation flips it back on. So if I hear something that I heard, if I smell something, if I see someone, if I even taste olfactory, if you taste something, all that brings you back to that exact moment. You feel exactly how you felt, and your whole thing is to get out of there.
Wow. That's a lot.
So that's why I say to take back your power, because two big pieces for PTSD is trusting yourself and trusting people and taking back your power, because now you feel like I was left powerless, and your body says, hey, we're not going to ever feel like that again.
Yeah. Yeah. And so your body puts up like a resistance, just like if you catch a cold and you start to fight and your body becomes resistant because you continue to catch colds, it becomes resistant. So your body is it's blocking. Ooh, that's kind of deep. That's very deep. Yeah, because it's messing with your brain. Go ahead.
Right. I tell people to imagine, the best way that I like to tell people to imagine it is that, how when you have your cell phone, right, and you have all these screens open in the background running, but you're looking at you're looking at Facebook or whatever, TikTok right now, but in the background you have whatever you've been looking at all day still running. That's what I tell people it's like. It's like that. It creates a super highway directly to that little space in your brain, to your amygdala. It's not supposed to do it like that. It's supposed to say, oh, something's wrong. Let's open up. Let's let out whatever we need to move or freeze or whatever we need to do. And then it's supposed to close, and your anxiety and everything goes back. Your body calms. But with PTSD, because it was open for so long and you were in a situation that you didn't think you were going to get out of, and it's very traumatic for you, it's like broken open. It stays open. So it's like all that's, no matter what you're doing right now, all that stuff is running in the background. It's not closed. You didn't close it out. It's still back there running. So whenever we look like there might be the situation we were in, we're out.
That is, that's scary. That's what That's scary. So when that happens, what are some of the things that you can do to help you get through that moment? Because, you know, I think everybody suffers with some form of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always PTSD, but it could be. I'm not sure. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a professional, but I'm just assuming. But what can you do in that moment to help you when you're triggered?
Yeah. So that's a good question. So with PTSD, you have to feel safe because people start to close in their, like make a little space where they don't come out the house. They may have, certain things going on, doors locked a certain way, different things going on because they make their world smaller because they feel like they can't trust the rest of the world, right?
Mm.
So with the way that it affects your body, first of all, it's increased anxiety that's on, like just on, period. You're not turning it off. And then there's hypervigilance. So any noise, anything makes you kind of jumpy. You're always looking around. You're always scanning for threats. Your emotions feel bigger and heavier. You kind of shut down and become numb. You don't trust people. And then you might have some memory issues, right? And then you're not sleeping most of the time because people have nightmares or they'll have intrusive thoughts or they'll have things that are happening while they're asleep as well. So the way that you combat that is you have to create safety for yourself. You have to let yourself know that you are okay, that you are safe, that you're not in that situation. One of the biggest things for that is grounding. Grounding is amazing for PTSD because grounding lets you know that you are here, you are in the present, you are okay.
Yeah.
And you can physically put your feet in the ground and just feel the ground underneath you to know and just say, I'm okay. Today is this day. I'm in my room. This is happening or I'm wherever I'm at. You can grab a hold of something, squeeze and breathe. And when you let it out, relax,
Yeah.
and let kind of that anxiety come out. There's mental grounding where you can you can do this in the grocery store. If you start to get anxiety when you're in there, because there's a lot of people, because people don't like to be around a lot of people, you can use the ABCs and think of like TV shows and go through the ABCs. Because grounding, you're distracting and you're letting yourself know that you're in this moment and that you're okay.
That's a good way. Go ahead. When you,
I was gonna say, when you breathe, that lets your system know that you're safe. When you start to slow your breathing down, that's why you hear people talk about breathing all the time, because it lets your system know that, hey, I'm okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I sit back and I think about this and I try and relate it to myself, my grandsons, because I always look at ways to communicate and help them, especially, when kids have been through some things. We've had some tragic moments within our family, and the younger ones in our family, they're still traumatized to this very day.
Yes.
They are. And even though you're speaking and you're talking about how to combat this, it also works for children. That's what's really important to me, because some people are like, oh, kids are resilient, they'll bounce back. But what if they don't? What if they need that extra help? And what if you just can't, or you don't have the money, or you don't have the insurance, or you don't have the time to go to get them that help? Here's some really good tips. Have them walk outside and breathe, barefoot, touching the grass, and give them a moment to just unwind. And I know that there are yelling exercises, and I see my grandson outside doing that. And I think he just likes to do it because he likes to yell. But it's it's cleansing for him. I suggest adults do it as well. Now, don't do it in the middle of the night. Your neighbors will call the police on you. Don't come out, don't disturb my sleep. But sometimes you just got to let it out, you really do. And it keeps you going. It keeps you going. Go ahead, Nikki.
And you want to calm your nervous system. That's what it's all about, is calming your nervous system and starting to trust yourself again and trust your instincts again. Because right now, your brain is offline and it's kind of rewritten some things a little bit, but you can change that. you know. Another thing I seen Preezy over there, he was talking about equine therapy, horses, animals, awesome therapy for that.
Yeah.
We'll trust animals before we will trust each other. So if you can't be around people, that's somewhere you can go and feel comfortable and relax, because you want to relax that nervous system because it's on overdrive.
Yeah, I agree. I never thought that I would own a cat. Y'all know about my kitty, Shadow Devante. He's a mess.
Yeah.
That's a mess. I promise you, I feel like that is my daddy reincarnated, because he reminds me of my dad. He even talks. He talks
Yeah.
to us. He does. He talks back. Yeah, I post the videos on TikTok. He has his own page, and I'll ask him questions, and he talks back, and he has an attitude, but it's calming for me. You know,
Yes.
it is. It's calming. So, I mean, a lot of people don't want to, or they're allergic. I've been allergic to cats all my life, but I actually feed him his food has an allergen in it protector that, so it doesn't make me sick. But
Nice.
yeah, I love it, and then I love him. I didn't think I would, because I didn't want him to come, but he's my baby. My
Yes.
daughter has a little bitty turtle, and this little turtle, she calls him Leonardo. It's a girl. But that little bitty turtle, they have made a connection. And that turtle, like, I waved yesterday, the turtle put her hand up and waved back. And I said, I had to ask my daughter, have you taught her, but you don't
Yeah.
think about these things. But it's her way of keeping herself grounded, because, she was here when my mother passed. And it's been, you deal with trauma. Every one of us has trauma, unfortunately, but we have to find ways to deal with that. That's why I love that we're talking. We got some comments on TikTok. It seems like they've got a lot to say. Okay, so Ulysses was giving us some tips. He said your body tenses, and then you go into anxiety, and your brain places you in a previous scenario. Correct, UB. Then a scenario that has happened years ago. I believe that. I truly do. And then we also you have to have a trusted circle. That's exactly what you were saying. You have to be able to trust. Agree,
Right.
1,000%. Preeti said my therapist sent me to a horse shelter, and they assigned a horse for months. That is amazing. Oh, I
Yeah.
would love that. Preeti,
And
were
if
you
you, like
out
you
there shoveling? Anyway, go ahead.
said, like you said, though, if you don't have much money too, you could go to a animal shelter and volunteer.
And
You know what I mean?
volunteer.
Like, just to go be around the animals, you're around people that way too. And that's just kind of starting things off to get you to trust again and try to help you to relax.
Absolutely.
And when you do get triggered, you have to, give yourself some self-talk, breathe, and tell yourself, I'm okay, I'm here, I'm not there, to try to come out of it. So that's where that grounding comes in, that mindfulness comes in. You can do yoga at home. The tube got all type of things you can go on there and do mindfulness, grounding, guided imagery stuff. So there's a lot of stuff you can do at home if you just need to start there, if you can't get out or you're not ready to get out yet. But it's some pieces of it that kind of hold you back and keep you stuck are kind of self-doubt, shame, disconnecting from the world around you, and just feeling like you're broken. Yeah. And so that's a huge piece. It's like, because it's not like depression, where it's like, what might have triggered that, where it came from. It affects you as a whole. It affects your fight or flight system that is there to help you, but it's almost like it turned against you. It's almost like your fight or flight turned against you, and it's keeping you stuck. So you have to fight through all of that noise. I always tell people, you're not broken. It's a natural response to an unnatural situation, or to it's a natural response to something that is abnormal.
Yes, absolutely. Let me read these last few comments before we go to break. Mel said exactly why I have done animal rescue for so long, help the helpless. And I know that you do that, Melbo, and I tip my hat to you. You've done that for a while. Preeti said, right, that horse knew when I was upset, stressed, or happy, and calmed me down. Yes, animals always know. I think that they can sense it. You know,
Yeah.
they can sense when there's danger. They can sense when you're upset. That's why so many people have service animals. And you
Yeah.
know that Frumpy, oh, don't even get me started on this man. They're trying to um, take away people's access to service animals if they get housing.
Yes.
Why would you
And
do
that's
that?
it. And that, because before now that was illegal because it's ADA, right? The ADA says that
Yes.
you know, and you can't, and housing people cannot ask questions. They can't put you out. They gotta, you have a letter. There's nothing we can say about it. And so I don't know. He's just like Scrooge, you know, like I'm just gonna see how many people's lives I can mess up because I'm so unhappy. So I'm gonna mess everybody else's lives. So like, leave people alone. Why is that bothering you?
He is a Scrooge. That's a good word for it. Scrooge.
Mm-hmm.
Melba said, I had a goldfish that greeted me, let you pet him. Girl, if you don't get your hands out the goldfish tank, just get your hands out of the fish tank, Melba. Let's go take a break. Melba over here petting fish, y'all. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
What's up, everybody? Scott Cologne, District Attorney and candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Mississippi. I had a great time talking about my campaign with the crew at the Community Connection morning radio show. I'm running because Mississippi matters. Our families are paying more for less, and our rural hospitals are under serious threat. I spent my career fighting for my community, and I'll bring that same fight to Washington. Folks in the Holly Springs area and worldwide should check out our convo and visit cologneforsenate.com because Mississippi matters.
Hello, everybody. My name is Monica Meeks. I'm a wife, a mom, and a soldier for life. And I'm running for the 19th Judicial District Circuit Court Clerk for Montgomery and Robertson County in Tennessee. I am so grateful for Our Plug LLC for giving me an opportunity to share my platform and explain why I'm running for office. Early voting is July 17th through August 1st, with the final day of voting on August 6th, 2026. I'm an independent candidate, and I appreciate your support.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now, I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DJ Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 the change. Today we are talking about PTSD and taking back your power. I'm going to turn it back over to Nikki. What else do you have for us, Nikki?
Okay, yeah. So, also some parts of taking back your power is giving yourself self-compassion and naming what happened. Because part of PTSD as well is to not talk about and to ignore and try to push away whatever that thing is that happened, that traumatic experience. So,
That's kind of
talk,
hard.
yeah. So finding someone, a therapist, groups are really good for PTSD as well because you have people who understand what you've been through, and you can tell yourself, you know what, I'm not crazy. Other people have experienced this. Other people are experiencing these same things. I'm not broken. I'm not crazy. So groups are really good for that. I've done some Vietnam veterans groups. I've done groups. I've done a lot of groups with males, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've done some with people who have had SA. So I've noticed that a lot of times that helps with that part of kind of naming what happened and reclaiming your narrative on that.
Yeah, I do. And those groups I would think would be triggering in themselves, but I think that it's needed in order for people to actually face those issues. Is that what would be the purpose for them? Go ahead.
Well, it gives you a supportive environment to be triggered and to learn how coping skills and learn how to use the coping skills correctly to come out of that moment.
That would be a good way. Yeah.
So it kind of helps you, you're definitely going to be triggered, but the more that you talk about it in the safe spaces, in groups with your therapist and stuff like that, the more that you talk about it in those spaces and do those coping skills you're learning, the less power it has.
Yeah.
And the less strength that the emotions have to them, because you're learning to take it away. You're learning to sit in that moment and know that that moment's not going to last forever. Because sometimes it feels like if that anxiety gets hard enough, you might go into a panic attack, or you feel like your chest is going to cave in or something's going to happen. But if you're sitting in it, hey, that passed. That's okay. It took a few minutes. I did this, and that worked for me, and now I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to look at it. That's a good way to look at it. And you're right. Going to a support group, whether it for whatever trauma that you've been through and you've experienced, is a great way to combat that and start to work on yourself.
NAMI has some awesome groups. They have some that are online and in person, but they have some of the groups are ran by people who are therapists. Some of them are ran by family members, that are family to family, family members of people who have PTSD or different diagnoses, or it's run by the person themselves. So they have some awesome groups that you could go to, or there's, maybe some groups in your community or groups online that you could find to go to if you don't want to go anywhere just yet. But definitely talking to someone and getting that extra help as far as a therapist and getting through it is how you work through it. You have to, it's like grief. You have to go through it. The more you push it away and you're giving it power, you're feeding it.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes it's just best to, let's look at it from the grief perspective. You have to make up in your mind that, okay, this has happened, and don't, in my mind, I couldn't immediately jump into, I've got to fix this. I'd actually, let it sink in what has happened, gave it some time, and then once I was ready to actually do a deep dive and make sure that I'm okay, because grief is horrible. That, ooh, baby, and it jumps on you at any time. Like you said, driving down down the street and hearing a song, and next thing you know, you got to pull over because you can't even function anymore because it's jumped on you. And that is, I never thought about what's happening to my brain when that's happening until you just explained it, which makes me feel better, so I'll know how to manage it more. So thank you for that, because I'm learning just like everybody else. You're never too old to learn, and so I'm learning. I'm learning how to deal.
Yes. And this is a topic I like to talk about. I don't know if you can tell, but I like to talk about mental health in general, but PTSD is something that I love to talk about because it has different pieces to it that I don't think we think about. And so I like to bring that up because people think you feel like you're broken. You feel like something is wrong. Like, what is wrong with me? And you're trying to hide yourself because you don't want people to think you're crazy. You're not crazy.
Yeah. And you're not crazy. You're just feeling. You have these emotions that you have to deal with. And a lot of people aren't ready to deal with those. But when you are ready, please reach out to someone and speak with someone, because when you hear, or when I hear someone has decided to check out on their own, it always puts me in the mind of, I have a couple friends that decided to leave on their own. In those instances, I had to sit back and say to myself, why didn't I see that? Well, a lot of people mask it so well because they don't want people to, number one, feel sorry for them or think that they're crazy, but their brains are telling them that things are so much worse and life would be better without them, when honestly, get with someone and speak. Talk to people. Talk. People, we are needed here. We really are. No one except the man with the black hands is useless in this world.
And even he has a purpose. He's bringing all this stuff to light and he's showing us who people really are. He's showing us what we need to do so we're not in the situation again. So sometimes
see it. I didn't need to
he
see
has
it.
a purpose.
He has a purpose to remind us that the devil is real and get on your knees and talk to the Lord. Oh my goodness.
Hey, that's the purpose.
That's his purpose, for everybody to get right with God, because God knows you should not be like that demon. T-Wiz said his purpose is to go with the Grim Reaper. I'm just reading, WKRA. I'm just reading. That's all I'm doing. I'm reading the comments. TikTok, I'm just reading, and the reading is reading. Larry the Legion. I see you, Melbo. I get it. At the end of the day, you say everybody serves a purpose. I'm gonna leave it at that, because
even if his purpose is to motivate us to be better or us to change something within ourselves. That's still a purpose.
He served his purpose. It's time for him to go. That's all I'm saying. Purpose served and received. It's time for him to, wrap it up, sir. Anyway, continue on, Nikki. I will clown and talk about him. Sorry.
So one of the things that you said that I think is important too about this is that you were saying, people made the decisions to take themselves out. Some of that comes from that shame and that feeling like I'm broken. I'm not the person that I used to be. And and one thing that I always hear from people with PTSD is like, I'm never going to be that person again. You're not, because you're going to grow from this. You're going to change from this. You're not going to we're never that same person we are yesterday, that we were yesterday. So you're not going to go back to that person. You're going to be a better, stronger version of yourself. So it's about reframing and taking a look at the way you're thinking about things and doing some cognitive reframing with that too. What is a thought that goes on a loop in your head? And then I tell people I love sticky notes, because sometimes until we're able to, you can write down a replacement thought on there and stick it wherever you want to. You can take a picture of it and have it in your phone. I tell people, put that in your car somewhere, put it somewhere on your mirror where you're seeing that replacement thought every day. So when that one thought that plays on a loop that makes you feel heavy, that makes you have anxiety, that triggers you, when it comes, you're going to say this thing. You know what I mean? So I am a fan of sticky notes, all colors, all sizes, shapes, whatever you want to do, that's going to help you to replace those thoughts. because that's what's holding you back too. That's how you're reclaiming your power. I'm not going to allow these thoughts to play in a loop that then makes me feel, like this, that then makes me go home and not trust anyone. I'm not going to listen to those thoughts today. I choose to do something different.
I agree. Even though my thoughts are, I have pretty light thoughts on most days, only until I listen to the news. When I have to listen and research and get ready for the show, I am aggravated because he's still breathing. Anyway, and I joke around a lot, y'all. I don't want the men to let me stop lying to y'all. I know. Anyway, those intrusive thoughts, I'm gonna have to put a sticky note down and try and do better, Nikki, because right now it's a struggle for me. I'm not gonna lie, it is a struggle for me. I have those intrusive thoughts, and I have PTSD from this administration.
Absolutely.
I'm here
I feel like there should be a lawsuit for everybody in the U.S. right now to get in against the federal government, because I really believe this they have they say that their goal, especially like with the federal workforce, their goal was to make people feel like this, to mess with people like that. Why is that your goal? I was in the federal government for 18 years until last year. And I was actually relieved. Like, you know what? I'm cool because it was so much anxiety every day. You didn't know what you were going to get. You didn't know what new rule was going to come down. You didn't know if somebody's going to walk in and say, you got to go, you're done. Like, it was so much anxiety every day going to work, not knowing what was going to happen.
That's ridiculous. And I know that work is work. It's not supposed to be a bunch of fun, but it should at least be a safe space. That's what's most important to me. You should be able to go to work and feel like, okay, this is my job. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm contributing to society. Let me do my job. But when you go in and you have an administration that you feel like just wants to tear you apart, then it makes it kind of hard. I am still waiting for an attorney to put out something so we can all sign up for
class action.
Because I'm serious. The government has failed us. The government has failed this country, and we are dealing with so much. And imagine knowing that the unaliving rate has gone up, self-inflicted unaliving, and then you cut off the phone line so people can talk. Like I said, a class action lawsuit. That's ridiculous. It's like you are falling into what Putin wanted to happen. He said he wanted to Russia wanted to destroy this country from the inside, and that's exactly what is happening today. You're destroying this country from the inside, and those who can't see it, well, those are the same ones that went to church every day, every week, all their lives, and were okay with their ancestors burning people on crosses and hanging them in trees. Hey,
but the thing is, they can't escape what everybody else is feeling. Even if you don't want to admit it, even if you want to act like you don't see it, your nervous system does not lie. It is on edge. It is telling you that this is not right, because you're starting to feel it with the gas, with the groceries. It's affecting you too. You can pretend all you want to, but you feel it.
Maybe that's why so many of them are crashing out so hard, because they number one, that they're not going to go get assistance and help to make their minds understand what's going on. So that's not happen. That's number one. But number two, they built up in their minds that, oh, he's our savior, and now they're realizing that he ain't coming to save nobody but himself.
And some of them have lost so many people, like their family and friends have walked away from them. So it's a lot of I would imagine they could have PTSD just from this what they've created.
Well, in their cases, sis, I'm gonna have to just say it. It's probably politically incorrect. I'm sorry in advance. You get what you get and you don't have a fit. If that's what you signed up for, then hey, you wanted this. You wanted it. You got it, Toyota. We got a comment in the on TikTok. We don't have a government. We have a RICO criminal organization running the country. T Wiggs, you better say that. You had better say that. That is baby facts. We have and it's affecting every last one of us. So what are some things outside of going to group therapy and touching grass? So we touch grass, positive verbalization to yourself. This is something that you can teach your children as well.
Yeah.
Class action lawsuit against the federal government. I'm keeping that on the and
Yes.
group therapy. What are some other things? Are there other things that people can actually engage in as well, Nikki?
Yes, we talked about the animals. There is medication if your symptoms are super severe and you're having panic attacks and stuff like that. There's medications that you can be put on, but the medication is for anxiety. The medications are for your symptoms, not specifically for PTSD, but for the symptoms. So they have them for nightmares. There's a medication that they have for that. They have medications for the anxiety. It's actually
for nightmares.
Yes. So it's actually a blood pressure medication, but the side effect just happened to be that it could help with that. And so they use it off label for nightmares. So there's medication for depression, for sleep, for all the different stuff that you might have going on. You could get medication, but that's not, in addition to medication, you need to be working on other things as well. Medication we don't want you to be numb. We want you to still be out here doing what you need to do, and being a part of the world and talking to somebody along with your medication. But definitely the breathing exercises, the grounding is awesome. You can do these things in your house on YouTube. Look up if you only got 5 minutes, I tell people all the time, start with 5 minutes, 5-minute mindfulness. It'll take you through how to do it. You can do that with kids. They have the mindfulness caterpillar and a monkey and all these different things for kids on YouTube. So you can do that. You can get outside, move, ride your bike, be a part of things, but you got to be a part of something. When you start to isolate, when you start to keep to yourself, you're not telling anybody anything, you're cutting yourself off from people, you're ending relationships, you're not talking to people, you find yourself in your house by yourself all the time, or you find yourself using substances more than you would, before. That's a problem that comes from that as well. Mm-hmm. That's how you are feeding their power to PTSD. You're not taking it back. Taking it back is working on your safety, feeling safe, and doing things around you to do that, if you feel like you're isolating or withdrawing, going out, making yourself go out, talk to people, telling yourself it's okay.
Even if you don't talk to people, people watching is very interesting to me. I make up scenarios. I have a comment on TikTok. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. Preezy said that medication had me, that some of the meds had me seeing ghosts. That's from Preezy. Y'all know Preezy is my brother, and he's a little out there. He said, at least I thought I was. Preezy, you were. Those were real ghosts. I'm letting you know now. And
but the medication, it's different. Our bodies break it down differently. So if one thing doesn't work, don't just say I'm not taking anything else. Try something else. Because they start with some of the stuff that they know has worked for most people, and then they see what works with you, and then they change. It's probably, it may not have worked, but just try something else. Don't give up altogether.
I agree. Preezy, are you still taking that medication? Take it tonight. Anyway, me and myself personally, I prefer not to take medication, but those that are severe, I never discourage anybody. You do what's best for you, and I'm gonna do what's best for me. I like the holistic route, y'all know I love grounding. I love walking around outside with my shoes off. I'm a country girl, at heart. Family from Mississippi, so of course I'm a country girl. Yes, get you some sleep, Preezy. Go on and take your medicine tonight and get you some sleep. Sister, what do you have anything else? We've got about maybe 2 or 3 minutes that you want to share with our listening audience.
Yes. So the last piece I would just say is that one of the places you can start, if this is sounding like something that's happening with you, trauma is a part of your story. It is not your story, right? So it happened and it happened in your life, but that does not define you.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times people will wear diagnosis as a label, and it's not a label. It's a part of who you are. It's a part of your story, and you're learning to adapt, but it's not you. That's not who you are.
I agree. And don't let anyone label you as that. You know who you are. You know what you want out of this life. And sometimes it's never not okay to shame yourself for asking for help. It's never okay. It's never. Please, if you need help, pick up the phone. Please. I want people to understand how much they are truly needed in this life. We only
Yes.
have one. It may not, it can either be a long time or a short time. It's up to your lifespan, that dash in the middle. It's up to you. But don't give up. Tomorrow's a new day, and who knows what you think is so horrible today, tomorrow may be the best day of your entire life. You just got to get there. You just got to get there every day.
You can call 988. You can text 988. You can call 911. You can go to the nearest emergency room. You can Google NAMI, NAMI, and it'll tell you where, your some local numbers for you, and it'll connect you to services. If you're a veteran, you can go to the VA. Reach out.
Please do reach out. We love our family. We love our extended family out there in Holly Springs. We love our extended family out there in Memphis, Tennessee, and of course our family on our social media platforms, especially TikTok. Y'all are, that's where we started. That's where we met. And you're needed. Please understand that you are needed every single day. And if you find yourself in a situation where you are feeling like you don't want to be there, then move around.
Yes.
If you cannot get along with somebody, get apart. Life is too short, and your purpose in this life is to make you happy, not anybody else. Because if you're not happy, nobody else will be happy. Sis, thank you so much for an interesting and informative show. It's always nice to speak. I feel like I have therapy every Tuesday night, so, and it's a good feeling, especially like I said, my family has dealt with grief and tragedies these last 5-7 years. So God he puts you exactly where you need to be when you need to be there. Any last words before we end the show?
Take back your power, and you get to write your next chapter.
Absolutely. Amen. Take back your power and write your next chapter. My chapter is definitely in the making right now. I'll sit down and pen the paper, but right now I'm busy. Oh my goodness. Thank you, WKRA 92.7 The Change. Thank you so much for this time and this opportunity. I hope our listeners learn something and can take something from today. Please stay safe out there. Please enjoy yourself. Enjoy that sun. Go out there grounding and hug somebody. Call them and tell them you love them. Even the ones who you haven't spoken with in a while. Call them and tell them you love them. Come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow is Political Tea with DJ and the Real Deuce, and you already know Deuce has the tea, baby. He has the tea, and we're gonna get into it. A special shout out to Viper Vet. I did not strangle him last night, although I wanted to. And the lady in Atlanta, the federal judge, girl, you better cut it out.
I was watching like,
oh my goodness, Lord,
Viper and Deuce do something. They get my pressure up. I'm telling you right now.
Pressure. And I took my blood pressure medicine yesterday. I wanted to strangle him. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will be back tomorrow. Take care.
As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guests. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.